This is ready block number 2, day 1. For our lower body flow, we've got a slant hamstring stretch, 90-90 ankle and knee liftoff, and then a single leg RDL. It's going to be 3 sets, new set every 5 minutes. All you're going to need is going to be a dumbbell and then a phone or something to, kind of time yourself with if you're not following along with this video. So the first thing that we're going to do here, just resting our foot on this dumbbell. If you don't have a dumbbell, you can get a stack of books, pillow, anything that can really just kind of support your leg with light pressure on it. And we're going to go down into this flexed position or bent position, and we're going to stay here for 45 seconds. You can hold on to the dumbbell if that kind of helps keep you down here. You should feel a stretch in your hamstrings. Alternatively, what you could do is more of like a pulse, so coming up and down for 45 seconds, but that's entirely up to you. I'm just going to go ahead and stick down here. We got 15 seconds. Three, 2, 1, and switch. And moving to this other side here. And for this side, I'm just going to go ahead and pulse, show you guys what that'll look like. So for this, we're coming all the way down, standing all the way up. Got 15 seconds. Now this one, you'll still get a nice stretch, but it won't be as intense as if you're just kind of holding down here. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, you can go ahead, put that dumbbell up. Next, we're going to go into 30 seconds each side of our 90-90 ankle knee liftoff. So we're going to get down. Knees and hips, we're going to try and get those as close to 90 degrees as possible. And about 10 seconds here, I'm going to start by lifting my ankle. Now, if you've got trouble lifting the ankle, one thing that you can do, and go, you can kind of lean into it. That'll make it a lot easier to lift off. But over the next few weeks, you want to try and get more upright every single time, okay? We got about 15 seconds left. So all I'm doing is just raising this ankle as high as I can. Three, 2, 1. And now what I'm doing, again, staying upright. I'm lifting that knee, but I'm keeping my ankle and foot on the ground. Another thing that you can do if you're struggling with that is just kind of hold your hand here, so that way you can get a little better feel of what's going on. You should feel this through the glute and through the groin. Three, 2, 1, and we're going to go ahead and switch sides. So again, starting with my ankle, I'm going to try and stay as upright as possible. Ten seconds. And switching, lifting that knee off the ground. It doesn't have to be super high, guys, just as high as it is comfortable for you. Ten seconds left, and then we're going into 6 each side of our single leg RDL. 3, 2, 1. All right. So for this single leg RDL, what we can do, we can either go into a kickstand if you don't have that balance, or what we can do is fully come off the ground Oops, struggling with that bounce just a little bit. Down and back up. So I'm going to go into the kickstand here. Six, go ahead and switch sides. Good. And I got about 15 seconds left until I'm going into my next round. Three, two, one, going into round number 2. Now, another thing you'll notice for this slant hamstring stretch, the more that you do it, you can get further down like I am here. But for some of you, you might have to just start here, pushing that butt back as much as possible, and that's going to be plenty of a stretch for you. "15 seconds. Three, two, one. Go ahead and switch sides, guys. One thing, just, thinking out loud here, it is kind of weird that you guys are watching me work out right now. Never thought I'd be in a position or a career where people would just watch me kind of work out. 15 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and put that dumbbell back up, and we're going into that 90-90, lifting that ankle. Now you guys will notice that I'm going just a tad bit faster this round, going right from one movement into another. As always, if you guys need to take a second, you can always pause your own timer, and then from there, just kind of feel it out, okay? Got about 10 seconds left. And go into that knee raise. And already not really feeling it as much as that first round, which is good. Ten seconds left. 2, 1. Go ahead and switch. Lifting that ankle off the ground. Ten seconds. 2, 1. Going back to lifting that knee off the ground. Ten seconds. Good. All right, guys, you can go ahead and stand up, and we're going to go into our single leg, single dumbbell RDLs, okay? You could use 2 dumbbells if you wanted to make it a little harder, but I'm going to give it a shot this time. There we go. 2. 1. 6. I'd also recommend doing these with shoes on. It'll help with that balance a little bit. And 6. All right, guys, we got about 10 seconds here. Three, 2, 1. Going back to our slant hamstring stretch. Got 15 seconds. Three, 2, 1. Go ahead and switch. Three, 2, 1. Switching back to that 90-90. And picking up that ankle. Ten seconds. And switch right into that knee. Three, 2, 1. Go ahead and switch. Now another progression that you guys could do for this, so you get really good at it, is putting like books or anything underneath that foot to elevate it further. It's going to make it a lot more challenging in terms of lifting it off the ground, but definitely something that you could do as you advance this movement a little bit more. And we're switching to that knee. And same thing with that knee. You'll actually find the knee will probably be a lot easier than lifting your ankle off the floor, but still both are really good for groin, hip, glute mobility. Got 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. We're going to go ahead, stand up, and we're going into our single leg RDL. Going to go ahead and go back to that kickstand variation. Switching sides. 6. All right, guys, so we got about 30 seconds here. That's all I've got for that first portion. So now for our second portion for the upper body flow, still got about 15 seconds, but it's going to be 3 sets, new set every 5 minutes, 45 seconds of a PVC lat elbow opener, then a minute or 30 seconds each side of a prone chest pail, 1 minute of tabletop position, and then 12 hand release push-ups. Okay, so all you're going to need for this portion, you're going to need something like a bench that you can put your arm on, and you're going to need either a PVC pipe, broom, anything that's light enough that you can grab and kind of wrap around your elbow. I'm going to grab that real quick and we'll get started. All right, so we're going to start this PVC lat opener. It's kind of a weird one to get into, but you're going to want to wrap that hand around here, and you're going to want to pull up using your opposite hand / arm to get a deep stretch through the lat and elbow. Okay, so we're going to get started here in 3, 2, 1, go. So again, holding this position for 45 seconds. Another thing that you could do similar to the slant hamstring stretch is kind of do like a pulsing movement if that's more comfortable, but we're just going to kind of hold this here. Got about 15 seconds. Two, one, go ahead and switch sides. So the only thing I'll say about this is it might feel a little bit uncomfortable at first, especially if you've got any sort of bicep, tricep / elbow tightness and lat tightness. The elbow might feel really tight. That's kind of how my left side felt, but over time it'll gradually kind of get just a little bit better and help you feel a lot more open. About 15 seconds left. Three, 2, 1, and we are going into our prone chest pail. Okay, so what this is going to look like, you're going to have a bench, something just up a little higher. We're going to support our elbow right here, and then I'm going to kind of just sink down into this stretch. Okay, and we're going to be holding this for 30 seconds. Ten more seconds. 2, 1, go ahead and switch sides, guys. So another thing that you can do with this to make it a little more challenging is kind of sinking your butt down and back. I actually prefer to just kind of take my body itself out wider. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys. Next, what we're going to do, this one's probably going to be the toughest one. So we're going to go into a tabletop position. So we're going to be here, and we're just going, and you can kind of rock back on your shoulders or your arms to get more of a stretch. But we're just doing this for 1 minute, and the goal is to get 6 good reps. Okay, so making sure that we're pretty much flat at the top. 3. Now, if this is tough for you guys, one thing that you could do instead is only go part of the way up. So start here, then work to here, here, and then work into that full tabletop position. Okay. And then finally, we've got 12 hand release push-ups. So going down, releasing, coming back up. All right, guys, that was the first round. Got about 20 seconds left, and we're going into our next set. Three, 2, 1. All right, guys, going into that next set. Back to our lat opener. Again, anything like a broomstick would be good. Lacrosse stick, if you guys have one laying around. I know not a lot of people do. Mops would work great. "15 seconds. And switch. See, the best part about this one is you can just kind of walk around whenever you feel like it. Just go ahead, grab your broom one day and be like, oh, I'm going into my lat stretch, my lat opener. Walk around the house like this. You could probably even do some chores with the broom like this. "10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And we're going into our chest opener. Now, if you guys don't have a bench that is this tall, or you're not able to like sink down as deep into the position as I can, what you could do, alternatively, get like a stack of pillows, like cushions from a couch or something like that, and stack them to a height where you do feel comfortable. You still feel that stretch through your armpit, pec minor, all that. Got 10 seconds here. And from there, gradually build up to like a chair or any kind of higher object like that. And go ahead and switch. Now, the important thing with this is that we're keeping our elbow on the bench. Okay, so whichever arm is on there, you want to make sure that you keep your elbow on there as well. That's really what's going to kind of get that stretch going, because it doesn't allow any other movement through that shoulder, through the armpit. Good. All right, guys, next we're going into our tabletop. So again, with this, if you're not quite at a full tabletop position yet, what you can do is just like a partial rep, okay? So similar to like a hip thrust, and then over time, gradually increase. And as you even get better at it, what you can do is start to shift a majority of your weight over the shoulders and arms. That's going to get an even greater stretch through those shoulders. Got 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, we're switching into our hand release push-ups. Again, we got 12 reps. If you can't get 12 reps, or you're having trouble getting them from a regular push-up position, you can always go on your knees, down, and back up as well. I'll do that variation for you guys for this set. Good. And I got about 30 seconds here. Just gonna kind of rest, relax. If you guys need to, grab water. Make sure you have a water bottle nearby. And other than that, we're just kind of hanging out. 15 seconds to go, and then we got one last round. Three, 2, 1, and we are going. Now, one thing that you guys will notice as you get better at this lat opener, you can kind of shift the PVC pipe under your armpit and you'll get an even greater stretch. If you're not feeling one, just make sure that you're being careful about the tension, not putting too much tension against that elbow. You got 15 seconds. Two, 1, go ahead and switch. There we go. Yeah, so like I can already tell from doing this 3 times now, my right lats / elbow is a lot looser than my left side. And you know, that's always stuff that's good to know, especially before going into a workout. You know, if there are pull-ups or any sort of pulling movement where you're going to need your lats, it's always good to know how your body's feeling beforehand. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and going into our chest pail. That clock right in front of me, and go. Now see, alternatively, I don't feel this stretch as much on my left side, which is telling me that I probably need to be elevating it a little bit more, so I can get like a dumbbell, elevate that arm even further. Oh, and now I'm getting an even deeper stretch. Two, 1, go ahead and switch, but on my right side, I'm already getting a really good stretch from just the bench, so that's telling me I probably don't need to go much further for today. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. Next, guys, going back into that tabletop. And another thing, as you guys get more comfortable, besides shifting the weight, which is always great for an extra stretch, you can just kind of hold this position for a few seconds and then go back down. Got about 20 seconds left. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and we're going into our hand release push-ups. All right, guys, and that concludes both our lower and upper circuits. So next we're going to go into our EMOM finisher. It's going to look a little different this time around. So what this is going to look like, it's going to be 9 minutes. So we got 3 movements. We got weighted dead bugs, we got a modified candlestick, and then we're going to be doing some in-place marching. Okay, so we got about 10 seconds here, but I'm probably going to take a little extra time just to explain some things. So, all right, get a timer started. So for these weighted dead bugs, what these are going to look like, we're going to have 2 dumbbells, okay? We're going to go into our dead bug position. These 2 dumbbells are just going to be stationary, okay? One leg down, one leg up. Whatever leg remains up during the movement, we want to try and keep that at 90 degrees the whole time. Shoulders off the ground is going to make it harder. Okay, so we got that for 1 minute. The modified candlestick is going to be the hardest movement of the bunch. So what these are going to look like, I'm going to turn around so you can get a better view. But you're going to be laying on the ground. Ideally, there would be something behind you to hold on to, so like a bench would be perfect. But all we're going to be doing here, come up, back down, and out. So to slow that down for you guys, all I'm doing, I'm rolling, tucking, pressing up, and then doing the reverse. And then finally, the marching in place, what that'll look like, hands up high, and we're just trying to get our knees close to our arms, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna reset my timer, and we are gonna get started, okay? All right. So, starting with our weighted dead bugs here, we are going in 3, 2, 1, go. Got about 30 seconds left, guys. Ten seconds. 1. All right, guys, going to the modified candlesticks, and one thing I just realized, we're only doing 45 seconds of work and then 15 seconds rest. So, again, for these modified candlesticks, I'm going. So I just rested for 15 seconds there. So I'm just going to go for the remainder of this 45. 2, 1. We're going into our 45 seconds of marches. Now your guys' core will be on fire by the end of this. Got 15 seconds left. Two, 1, and rest. That was one round, guys. We got 2 more to go. Got 10 seconds here. All right, guys. Going back to our weighted dead bugs. 45 seconds of work. Ten seconds. And rest. All right. Candlestick in 3, 2, 1, and go. Five seconds. And rest. Oh. 3, 2, 1. Go into our marches. Now, alternatively, what you guys could do if you wanted to give your core just a little bit more of a break is switch the marches and the candlesticks, but either way you do it, you've got core right into core because of those dead bugs. And should be resting. Go ahead and rest, guys. We only got 1 round left, and then that is the end of workout 1. Dead bugs here in 3, 2, 1, and go. Ten seconds left. And rest. 3, 2, 1, go. Got 15 seconds, guys. Two, one, and rest. All right. You got one more. You got the march in place, and you guys are done. 3, 2, 1, and go. You know, best thing about these workouts is, you know, they're not the easiest things. So, you know, even if you can't come to class one day, these are still a great, you know, add-on or replacement to your day that can be relatively quick depending on what you want to do. "15 seconds. Three, 2, 1, and rest. All right, guys, that's all I've got for you for this first workout. I will see you guys in the next workout. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me or Rhett or Anderson, and we'll be happy to answer them for you. Other than that, great job today, guys, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.